Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 3, Episode 20 of the Vampire Diaries, Do Not Go Gentle. So last time, we had a very Delena-focused episode, which was really nice to see, not because I'm such a huge fan of Delena. Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't really have a connection with any couple in the show. I'm not obsessed with any couple in the show. It can go either which way, and I'm just excited to see where the characters themselves go as individuals. But when it comes to Elena and Damon, and Elena specifically, it's nice to see her just let her hair down. It's nice to see her just accept her feelings for what they are and explore them, because at the end of the day, she has these feelings. She likes him. She potentially loves him. Fucking explore it, love. Just do it. Who cares? It's your life to live. This could potentially be one of the best things that you've ever done. It could be one of the worst, but it could be one of the best. So just do it and see where it goes. That's my opinion on everything. Now, this episode, we have, what, 3 episodes left, including this one? I'm pretty sure there's 22 episodes this season. Let's check quick. Yeah, 3 episodes left. Okay, interesting. So the way that the Vampire Diaries usually goes, if my memory is correct, is that 21 and 22 are heavily linked. Like, we end with a cliffhanger on 21 that will lead into 22, whereas 20 is more of a setup episode. So I assume by the end of this episode, we're going to have a much better idea as to what the finale is going to be, because we've kind of been, although it's been probably my favorite season so far, don't take what I'm about to say as a reason for not liking season 3. I'm just saying that when it comes to the finale, it's been very up and down, very wish-washy about what this story is going to be. Like, I have no idea how this season is going to end, and some could say that's a positive, some could say that's a negative. I love it. I love this season as it's gone, and I haven't got a single fault for it, but it's strange to be going into the last 3 episodes of a 22 episode show not knowing where we're going. I would assume it's relating to trying to get rid of Klaus in a way that isn't killing him, but even then, we haven't really got any clear indication as to how that will happen. So I'm very excited to get into this and to see where the story goes, because I honestly have no idea right now, which is kind of exciting because it's so boring when you have all the answers. So yes, anyway, I've talked for long enough. So with that said, let's jump back in to the world of the Vampire Diaries. Hello, Rebecca Esther.
That's it.
The last of the white oak stakes that can kill us.
Oh, I'm
Do you want
scared,
to do
bro.
this, or shall I?
What is Esther's plan here? Because she's given him the stakes, so what is she going to do?
I'm not going to any dance.
Caroline will be there.
Oh.
That means nothing to me.
Okay.
Okay, fine. One last hurrah.
One last hurrah.
I will say, is it just me, or is her voice a little bit different? Is there a slight different bit in the, like, her elocution? Is that the right word? I haven't used that word in years. Like, the way that she's saying the words is slightly different than Rebecca normally would, which, if that is intentional, then that is fucking fantastic. Because I always think this, when someone inhabits another person's body in a TV show, I always wonder to myself, why the fuck does this person sound like they normally would? Because this person that's currently inhabiting their body, they know how to move their own lips in a certain way. Like, we all just do it naturally to make our voices the way they are. So if you get put in another person's body, you wouldn't immediately talk the way that they talk because you're not used to their facial muscles. You're not used to the way their mouth moves. So I feel like you would be talking weirdly. And if that was intentional, then that is fucking fantastic.
I just needed to get my head together.
Oh,
So I
God.
think Rebecca got the steak?
I don't know.
I woke up alone. There's no sign of it.
It's so scary that he has this alternate personality that does stuff without him knowing.
Quite the cunning liar.
Well, Damon's too arrogant to think his only friend would betray him.
Just as
Damn.
Niklaus would blindly accept an invitation from his beloved sister, unaware that he is headed to his own death.
Oh, it just processed to me that they've got all the coffins here.
He burned it without hesitation,
So where's the real one?
I was going to say, that wasn't the real one, was it?
with a little magic and some help from a vampire hunter.
So what, you're going to force Bonnie into putting you back or something? Oh, okay. So what, simply having Rebecca die allows you to go back? What an interesting little spell. I love the magic in this show.
Jeremy's got a lot on his mind. The whole thing with Alaric has got him really stressed out.
You sure it had nothing to do with witnessing you and Damon getting hot and heavy in a skeevy motel?
I mean, maybe, but he did have a little talk from Rose.
Bonnie has a date.
Oh?
Jamie called and wanted to see her, so she asked him.
Hold up, is Jamie the, like, brother who's not actually a brother? Like, the guy that her mother looked after? Because if so, then That just seems really weird to me. Like, I'm sorry, I know that they're not related by blood, and I know that they didn't even grow up together, but that's just such a weird family dynamic in my opinion.
Like, you're supposed to be figuring out what you want. That's what Stefan wanted you to do, right?
Yeah, but
nothing. It is Stefan's turn.
yeah, and you're not biased or anything.
Oof. I'm very aware of how many times I've paused at the start. I'm sorry, I know it doesn't bother a lot of people, but it's been like 5 fucking times in 5 minutes. But yeah, very interesting that Caroline is so team Stefan. It's obviously like, of course she is. It makes sense for Caroline's character and the history that she's had with Damon, and the group's opinion of Damon as a whole is much less than their opinion of Stefan, even after everything that has happened, which that alone is a little bit like bit shitty, because like Stefan's done a lot of shit as a Ripper and they still see him as like the better person and all that. But it's very interesting because normally I would be very against the idea of exploring your options, simply because it's not really fair to the other two parties that you're exploring your options so you can pick which one you like. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's kind of shitty. But in this regard, Stefan has literally said to her to figure out what you want. And also, I think that Damon is okay with the idea of figuring out what you want, simply from the side of things that he's had to deal with Elena being with Stefan for so long that he can handle another few weeks, if you get what I mean. But yeah, very interesting concept. Her sort of not dating, but going on dates with both brothers, hanging out with both brothers with the intent of figuring out which one she likes. That whole concept is strange to me, but is what it is.
I know where we're at, you and I know it would be stupid to even think that we could go back to the way things were, but I'm going to the dance, and I'd like to go with you.
It's also extremely interesting that Elena is open to this. Will Stefan be?
I'd love that.
Ah.
Okay, great.
I'm actually shocked that Elena's open to this. I thought after Wickery Bridge and all of the shit that happened, it wouldn't even be a possibility in her mind.
Gardenia corsage. Wrist, obviously. You don't want to accidentally stab her in the chest with the pin. That could get messy.
Oh, this is awkward. I hate this. It's even more complicated than it used to be. What the fuck? Oh my god, I thought that it was some other, like, being.
Are those herbs that Bonnie made for him working?
I don't know. Can they work if he doesn't take them?
He knows. Damon's always one step ahead of everyone. It's so cool.
I will need to bind the protective magic in your ring to the stake, thus rendering the white oak indestructible.
Holy shit. What a cool concept, bro. Because I love that it's an object that has already been established to bring people back from the dead. So it obviously has the ability to protect the body and souls of people. So the fact that Esther hasn't just come along and gone, no worries, I have a spell to make the stake indestructible. It's actually taking it from one object and putting it on another. Like, that's fucking beautiful. I love that. Because if they had done that and she had just gone, no worries, I have a spell that'll make it indestructible, I'd have been like, okay, but I love this so much more.
The ultimate weapon
Yeah.
for the ultimate hunter.
Oh shit. Like, I know that I shouldn't be excited, but I'm excited. Oh, she looks so cute.
You look very dapper.
You look,
Yeah, Stefan looking hot, bro.
very beautiful.
Guys, I can't take how cute she looks.
Getting out of bed is dangerous these days. But we have to live our lives.
Who gave you that horrible advice?
Some guy I used to date said it once or twice.
Right.
It's really sweet to see them together again, not from the sense of seeing them as a couple, but just to see them happy. Just to see them both, like, ready to enjoy the night. It's really cute. But then on that, we know that the night's about to go to shit, so.
I've blacked out for most of this decade, remember?
Nice try.
It's also nice that they have, like, they're more honest about, Stefan's more honest about his past now. It's nice to see.
When all this is over, if you and I find our way back to each other, you can tell me if you want to. Otherwise, I don't need to know. I don't want to know.
Very mature. You could take that as one of each way. It's either very mature because he is like, look, it's your decision, but then also it is also a little bit to protect himself. Like, if she tells him, it'll probably piss him off. Not so much that annoyed at her, but just annoyed at the whole situation and just make him a bit upset, because anyone would be, you know how it is. So I like that. I like that he said that, to basically make it as easy for her to figure out who she likes and not, which again is another symbol of love. Like, he's given her so much freedom. Like, not a lot of people would do this. Not a lot of people would say, take your time to figure out which one of us you like and then tell me. Do you know what I mean? Like, most people would be like, no, fuck you. If you don't want me, you don't want me. So very, very interesting. I love the characters in this show. Honestly, they are so fucking complex. That's the main thing in the Vampire Diaries, is every single character is so complex, not only in their history, but also just who they are as a person, like their personalities. And they don't do things out of character. There's never something that happens and I'm like, why the fuck did you do that? Who am I looking at right now? They're always sticking to who they are, but when things happen, it makes sense. Like, even if they go off board, even if they go crazy, it makes sense as to why, which I fucking love. Oh.
We three need to talk.
Jeremy!
Why are you still wearing your ring? Didn't Elena tell you?
Yeah, I know all about Alaric. When my sister stops hanging out with vampires, I'll take it off.
Oh. Oh. With the tension in the air.
I'm suggesting that we put him out of his misery.
What?
No way in hell.
Oh, come on, it's what he would want. It's a mercy killing.
You are out of your mind.
Jeremy.
I swear Jeremy always turns up at the exact wrong points in conversations. Do you get what I mean? Like, he always turns up right when the worst sentence has been said.
Hey, look at me. I promise.
Elena.
Oh my god, the audacity.
I mean you no harm. But willingly or not, you will come.
Willingly or not, damn. Has she locked them in?
It's a binding agent for a spell.
That cheeky cow.
We're trapped here.
Can Jeremy not, like, just kick the salt? I suppose it won't break it.
Your blood is a potent binding agent for a witch's spell.
Just please don't hurt Alaric.
She's not hurting me.
Rick,
That's not your Alaric, darling.
what are you doing with him?
I'm going to remake him.
What do you mean?
Remake him?
Make him strong,
What do you mean?
fast. Like my children.
She's turning him into a vamp?
Like my husband Michael before him, I will make Alaric into a true hunter.
So she's gonna make him into practically an original vampire to hunt original vampires. Is that what this is? Or is this gonna be like, not technically a vampire? Like, has she refined the spell so that they can do what they originally did without the need for blood? Is that what this is going to be? Oh my fucking hell, I'm so excited. There are so many thoughts going through my head. I'm just going to go back and play. We'll just see where it goes.
His hatred for them will become more pure and uncompromising.
Ah,
In death, that hatred will be magnified.
yeah.
Each time he died with that ring during his brief journey into death, I was there, on the other side.
What?
I spoke to him. I nurtured him, knowing that every death brought him closer to his true self.
So it was this bitch. She's been tainting him. Is that what we're learning right now? She is the reason that Alaric has this alternate personality. She is the one that has been, like, pressuring him on the other side. Oh my god, this show, bro. It's so fucking good. Every single episode something happens that just makes so much sense but is so fucking good.
Vampires took everything from him. Now he's getting his vengeance.
Oh my god. It's rare that I'm this excited about a show. It's rare that I'm this invested in a story. Like, they're just, they wrote it so fucking well.
Why do you always have to prove you're the alpha male?
I don't have to prove anything, love. I am the alpha male.
Oh my god.
You would have loved the 1920s, Caroline. The girls were reckless. They literally used to dance until they dropped.
I don't suppose that ever happened to their dance partners.
You should be nicer to me. I'm leaving town tomorrow.
I hate that. You should be nicer to me. Ugh.
You mark my words. A small town boy, a small town life. It won't be enough for you.
I agree with that, but I don't necessarily think that you're the one for her.
I only came to this ridiculous dance because you begged me to, and now you're nowhere to be found.
Maybe go home and try and find her, mate. I forgot it blocks him as well.
Rick, this isn't what you want.
You only know the weakest parts of me. A man who lost his way, befriending vampires instead of killing them.
So interesting to deal with this, because when you see a person who's truly giving in to their darkest side, it's so hard to... How do you reason with that? How on earth do you reason with that? Like, Elena, you're not going to get through to this man unless other Alaric is listening. But it's always a very interesting thing in shows when you got something like this, because they say, like, Alaric, I know you're still in there, but what does that even mean? what does that mean in terms of the human mind and how it works? Like, if we're talking about this and we take the magic side of things out of this, and this thing that's happening to Alaric isn't necessarily magic, it's like a split personality or something. We don't know how the human mind works enough to know whether the old Alaric can ever come out, like, without this guy's approval. And even then, will this guy ever go away? Like, it's just such an interesting concept, because it's not like a spirit has taken him over. This is him. His inhibitions have just been taken away, and his mind has been fractured into two. So how do you fix that? How do you fix that? It doesn't make sense. It's like, it's not a magic thing. It seems like a physical thing that, yes, Esther has nurtured his spirit on the other side, but in coming back, he is physically split into two people. And while this guy's in control, I genuinely don't think we can get Alaric back. They're going to have to try and find some way to get rid of this man, but how? Oh my god. Oh, that made me so uncomfortable. Fuck.
Is it finished?
Not just yet.
Time to die. Fucking hell, bro.
Esther's fighting.
Esther couldn't possibly have this much power unless she's channeling something.
A hotspot.
Get the humans ready. I know where she is.
Ooh.
You said you wanted to undo the evil that you created, but this
is another act of evil.
This is just as evil.
Alaric will never be what my children became.
How? Do you know?
When the time is right, he will die.
How? If he's immortal.
All you need to know is that when this is over, we will have rid the earth of vampires once and for all.
What do you mean?
I desire a world where you and your loved ones will not suffer at the hands of vampires like your Aunt Jenna did.
Don't you dare use Jenna as an excuse for what you've done.
Nice one, Elena.
Don't move. Where's Elena?
Jeremy?
How foolish of you to risk your lives in defense of those who will kill you.
But they won't kill them. That's the thing, Esther. I was gonna say, guys, you're dealing with a powerful witch here. Like... Oh my god. Oh, because he's himself for a little bit.
Where's my ring?
Oh no.
What happened?
Alaric. So many questions though. Like, one, is Esther dead right now? I'd assume not. But two, what does she mean that when the time is right, Alaric will die? What does that mean? Has he got like a failsafe built into him where he'll kill himself when he's the only vampire left? Like, what does she mean? Is he not immortal? Did she strip the immortal part of him away? I just have so many questions.
You know, all of this reminds me of our time together in the 20s. You say that like I'm supposed to have happy memories about it.
Brotherhood.
Well, he already has a brother. Not to be, territorial or anything.
I wonder what'll happen when Elena finally makes her choice.
Oof. Good
We
point.
see you shake. Just a little bit.
Very good point. I'm wondering that as well.
It's done.
Can you
Esther's
leave?
not fighting me anymore.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Fuck, yeah. She...
The boundary spell is broken.
Either she's dead or she is incapacitated, so it's not in effect.
Listen, Jeremy.
Oh, he doesn't know yet.
I'm not gonna complete the transition.
No, we can't.
Listen, Jeremy, it's the right thing to do, okay? After everything that's happened, after all that I've done.
No, fuck off. This isn't happening. We cannot have Elena and Jeremy lose their parents. Elena lose both biological parents. Both of them lose Jenna. To then finally have some kind of parental figure and have him die as well. Fuck off. That's not happening. That is ridiculous. No one would ever recover from that.
Just don't give me some crap speech about how I need to be the man of the house.
I won't.
I'm not accepting this.
You moved out. You gave me your ring back. You didn't want any part of this, and I
Elena,
forced you to...
it's not your fault.
Taking care of you and Jeremy has been the closest I've ever come to the life I always wanted.
Oh, bless his heart. Aww. Fuck me.
My survival will haunt you through eternity.
Oh my
you
god.
will never destroy me!
Oh my god.
Can handle this later, you know.
No, I'd rather get it over with now before some
Elena, please.
I can't, Stefan, okay? I can't think about the fact that Jeremy and I don't have anyone to take care of us anymore.
Oh my darling. They've had to deal with so much loss. Far more than anyone should have to deal with at their time of life.
But someone kept telling me that it was okay to feel, no matter how much it hurt. That our emotions are what make us human, good or bad.
Who gave you that horrible advice? I don't have anyone anymore.
Yes, you do. You do.
You have me.
You have Stefan, Damon, Bonnie, Caroline. You got so many people who love you, my darling.
I gave him a sedative. He'll fall asleep first. He'll go comfortably.
The one hope I was having was that he would lock himself in there and his other side would take over and stop and like make him feed or whatever. But that's just fucking ruined that. She said she's giving him a sedative. Fuck's sake. I still don't believe he's dead. I'm sorry. I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
You shouldn't leave him alone in there.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Is that really what you think he wants?
I was going to say, no one else is around now, Damon. Just let yourself feel.
Is this the part where you give me a dream? Rainbows and rolling green hills.
I was drunk when I told you that. Sorry, I killed you. Twice.
So I have to actually die to get a real apology out of you.
What's happening?
Your sisters need you to finish what I started, Bonnie.
Bonnie, hey, I think you're having a bad dream.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, imagine if Bonnie becomes the villain.
What
are you doing here?
She's been possessed. Is she gonna save him? Oh, because she's human. Well, like, you know what I mean? She's a witch, but she's human. Oh my god. Well, don't kill her. Fuck. Is that the end? Oh my god. I have so many things going through my mind right now. I need a minute to process everything that happened. So yes, that was episode 20 of season 3 of the Vampire Diaries. Another fucking fantastic episode. Really pulled at your heartstrings, the whole Alaric storyline. Even though I didn't believe he was going to die, there was just, I don't know, there was something about it that made me think that it wasn't going to happen. The way that it was, I think if it was like a finale, like the way they did Jenna's death, how it just felt like all hope was lost and it truly was just done. I feel like I would have believed it more, but just knowing that there was this time period between Alaric transitioning and then fully dying, just knowing that there was this time gap, it made it so questionable for me. I fully did not think that he was going to die, but it didn't make any of the scenes less emotional. Seeing them all standing out there with the candle lights was fucking beautiful, because Alaric's one of those few people in the show who are truly loved by everyone. He is truly just a fucking nice guy, and he's been through a lot himself, and the way that he's dedicated himself to Jeremy and Elena and being there for them, it's just been so beautiful. And the idea of him dying, like imagine if he had actually died, how many people have Jeremy and Elena lost? Elena especially, when you consider her birth parents as well. It's just like, fuck me, bro. No one should have to go through that much loss at any point in their life, but especially at their age. So fucking sad. And the scene that probably got to me the most, I don't cry a lot, so like, if you see me not crying, it doesn't mean I'm not feeling emotional, it's rare for me to cry. The scene that got me the most was Damon and Alaric sitting in the tomb, because just seeing Alaric bawling his eyes out, but trying to remain strong, and then Damon trying to remain strong next to him, and Damon trying to comfort him in the best way that he knows how, it was so beautiful to see, and them joking about their friendship, because we don't get to see Damon and Alaric's friendship a lot. We see a lot of them interacting in the sense of coming up with a plan and them executing plans, but we don't see them just hanging out a lot. So I don't know, there's just something special about seeing two friends sit down reminiscing when one of them is going to be dying. It's just that's one of the most emotional scenes you can ever do in television, just going down memory lane with your best friend while you're sitting there knowing that the end is coming. So I'd say that is probably my favorite scene in the episode. Now, the story itself, evil Alaric is back, and not only is he back, he has all the powers of an original vampire, which is fucking scary. And the thing that I'm most confused about is this whole thing that Esther said about when the time is right, Alaric will die. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean that she had a plan to kill him? Does that mean that there is like a off switch built into Alaric that he can flip at any time and then he dies? Because obviously, yes, this guy wants to hunt vampires and he's become a vampire to hunt them, but it's likely that once they are all dead, he will not want to exist himself. So I wonder if there's like a built-in off switch, like a kill switch, a way that he can just kill himself. Maybe just simply staking himself with the original vampire stake. That could be one. But yeah, on the point of the original vampire stake, we now have a permanent weapon to kill them. I don't know if Esther said whether it could be destroyed by like putting in the fire or something, like literally just burning it. I would assume not, because that's not how the ring worked. The ring worked in the sense that it would always bring you back from the dead. So we now have a permanent weapon to kill original vampires. Not just that though, but if you extend that, we now have a permanent weapon to kill any vampire. Like, we just have a stake that can do it all, which is fucking insane. Now, moving on from there, we had Bonnie being influenced by Esther at the end there, which was, one, interesting, but two, makes you wonder, is this the end of it? Is this the last time that she's going to influence Bonnie? Or can she do this whenever she wants? Can she just take control of Bonnie? Because if that's the case, then that is fucking terrifying, because Bonnie is a very powerful witch. Esther is a very powerful witch. Put them together, what can they accomplish? And not just that, but if they come up with a plan in the future to stop Alaric, can she just take control of Bonnie and wipe them all out? Completely decimate their plans? Because it's just, you can't stop that. How do you stop someone from the grave influencing Bonnie? Now, some other points of the episode were the relationship between Elena and Damon and Elena and Stefan. More so the relationship between Stefan and Elena. That was like the big one of this episode, because we had a very Delena-focused episode last episode, so it was only right that we would have a... What do you call Stefan and Elena? Do they have a ship name? Stelena? Is that it? Stelena? I've heard Delena, but I've never heard of Stelena. But anyway, we had a very focused episode on those two as well, which... It was nice to see, to be honest. I didn't think that I would like it as much as I did, seeing them two back together. And like I said earlier at the start of the episode, I have no, like, want for either relationship. Like, there's no couple that I ship right now. I'm not like, oh my god, I need them together. I'm going to be happy with either which way. Whatever relationship gives Elena the most joy in her life, I will be all for. And I don't know, it was just really nice to see them both be happy this episode and get back to their roots, get back to who they were. How long has it been? Has it been like a year, 2 years? Because we're on season 3, so you'd think 2 years, but I don't know in canon where we are in the show. Could someone let me know the timeline of events? Like, how long has it been since Elena first met Stefan in episode 1? Because I'm really intrigued on that front. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, it was nice to see them sort of not necessarily rekindle their romance, but just be happy with each other, because they've held such, well, Elena's held such animosity to Stefan for everything he's done, but then Stefan's hated himself enough that he doesn't want to be around Elena. So to just see them interact again was really nice. Now, where they go from here, I do not know. I think that Elena is still very 50-50. I think she's still very torn, because like we saw this episode, Stefan has such a power to make Elena happy. He has such a power to know. He's very emotionally intelligent, especially towards Elena. He knows what will make Elena happy. But I don't think that that's necessarily out of the question for Damon as well. And then even then, Damon brings a lot of other things to Elena's life as well. We've seen them have such a intensely passionate relationship that, I don't know, there's positives on both sides. So I'm very intrigued to see what Elena thinks of which brother brings what to her life and what she values more. Because at the end of the day, it's her decision. And at the end of the day, it's got to be what's best for her. But yes, anyway, I believe that covers everything I wanted to talk about. So let's move on to Patreon questions. Right, first up, what do you think of Esther's relentless will to destroy the entire vampire race? I mean, fucking commendable that she is this bloody passionate about it, but also, I think it's very key to what she was saying earlier about the torment of the other side. Like, we cannot begin to imagine what she has been through in terms of being on the other side, not being able to interact with the physical world, not being able to talk to anyone, and for 1,000 years, watch her children kill and murder people. Like, to them, they're surviving. To them, they are just existing as who they are. But to Esther, these were her kids. These are the people that she raised. And it's her fault that they became this way. Not only is she ashamed of what they become, she's ashamed of what she did. She's ashamed of who she is. And when you take that side of things, and you then also take that, she wasn't alone for 1,000 years on the other side, watching all this happen. She probably had all the spirits of the witches fucking attacking her, and basically making her feel like absolute shit for what she did. Of course she's going to be relentless. And then not just that, but we've seen her die today. And then when she went to go and talk to Bonnie and influence Bonnie, she said, your sisters need you to continue the work. So she's still being influenced by them. She's still, when she's gone to the other side, probably been berated by them to fix her problem, to fix her mistake. So it's like, I completely understand where Esther's coming from in that sense. But even then, I can't completely understand it. Because what would it be like to exist like that for 1,000 years? That's the one of those things where it's like, it's understandable what she's doing, but I will never truly understand it the way that she does emotionally, you know? Like, that is going to be her deep core drive in life. The fact that, I think the main thing that you can take from all of this and how much it's affecting her as a person is her willingness to kill her children. Like, she is so ready to kill her children. If that doesn't tell you that she thinks that what she did was a mistake, then I don't know what will. Right, next up, Alaric so far has been vampire hater, vampire drinking buddy / Damon's best friend, team gadget / history information provider, possessed by Klaus, and evil original Alaric. Which version do you enjoy the most? Oh my god, what a question. I would say I'm gonna go like from the start down and think about my opinions. Vampire hater, the first one, not my favorite by far, because that was when we first met Alaric, and I think that it was very much just like, I don't know, just not my favorite version of him. He's come so far as a person and a character, and we got to know him so well that Alaric just seems so far in the past. Then Damon's best friend is definitely up there. Like I said, this episode, my favorite scene of the entire episode was Damon and Alaric sitting in the tomb crying about what's about to happen. Like, the way that touched my heart, that is definitely up there. History information provider, I like it, but definitely not my favorite because it doesn't have the same emotional attachment for me as, for instance, Damon's best friend. Then possessed by Klaus, I would say that wasn't my favorite Alaric because it was our first introduction to Klaus, and I was very, very detached from Alaric. Like, I physically did not see that as Alaric. I was literally just seeing it as this new character that I'm really excited to meet. So definitely not that. And then evil original Alaric. So where I'm torn right now between evil original Alaric and Damon's best friend. I would say my favorite of the two is Damon's best friend. Yeah, I've decided. Damon's best friend is my favorite because it's just so beautiful to see their relationship. Not just from the side of things that it's a nice relationship, but to see Damon, one, consider someone his best friend, and two, have this attachment to someone who isn't Elena is really nice to see, because you don't get that with Damon. We've had it with, what was her name? Andy, but even then, it wasn't as deep as it is with Alaric and Elena. And it's just, I don't know, it's nice to see when you have Damon sort of love someone who isn't his love interest and his brother. There's just something special about that, something special that Damon not only considers someone his best friend, but a human as well. I just love their relationship so much, but evil original Alaric is definitely second. And when I tell you I'm excited to explore that, I am not exaggerating. That, oh my god, just imagine, because not only that, but I'm assuming we will get away from the evil part of it. I'm assuming that we're somehow going to get our old Alaric back, but our old Alaric as an original vampire, someone with that power, is insane to me. Just that whole concept. So I'm insanely excited to see where that goes. But yes, anyway, finally, do you remember who was the first character to notice there was something wrong with Alaric's ring? I actually don't, to be honest. What happened? It was... How did he die that first time that something was wrong? He got hit by the car, didn't he? Relating to Klaus, and then he woke up again and he still had the internal injuries and everything. Who was the first one to notice there was something wrong with the ring, though? Surely it was Alaric. Like, other than Alaric, Meredith? Because I assume you've asked this question because it's relating to the story, but I genuinely do not remember who the first one was to notice. It must be either Jeremy, Elena, or Meredith. Those are the only three options in my eyes as to who would have noticed, but I genuinely can't remember. How interesting. I might have to go back and watch that. But yes, anyway, with that said, that was episode 20 of The Vampire Diaries. Another fantastic one. We have 2 episodes left. We now, after asking at the start, we now have a clear indication as to where the story is going. We have evil Alaric, who is now an original vampire, essentially, out on the run with a stake that is indestructible and can kill original vampires. We have Rebecca and Klaus still in town. Cole is in contact with Klaus, but Elijah is God knows where. So we at least have 2 vampires right now in town that can be killed, and 2 vampires that are very likely the 2 that started all of these bloodlines. So it's very scary. I know with future knowledge, I swear to God, I know that Klaus, Rebecca, and Elijah are all alive in the original the original series. I swear that I've seen a poster, but I could be wrong. But I don't know about Cole. But like I was saying a few episodes ago, I feel like it'll be weird to introduce Cole and Finn this season as like 2 people that I didn't even know existed and kill them both off in the same season. I feel like that would just be a bit weird. I feel like they need to keep Cole around for like a future storyline or something because we haven't had much from him, but I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But with 2 episodes left, I assume, like I said earlier, that these 2 are going to be heavily linked, and next episode is probably going to be left on a big cliffhanger, which will piss me off. But yes, anyway, with that said, another fantastic episode of The Vampire Diaries, and I'm excited to see how the season ends. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. You'll be able to find the early and uncut reactions to The Vampire Diaries and all the other shows that I do. I've also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And Jess, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.